Hello folks and welcome to a rather belated video from Sathos Restores here. You'll see good old Resto Dog here having a good old wander around in shot for now and then. Lovely new rug on the floor. Makes things look a bit more tidy. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at this 4-inch cross-plane vise from eBay. So first, a little backstory on this. I was looking into getting a vise, as I now have the drill press that goes with my Black & Decker drill kit. And I was looking at the Black & Decker ones, and they're just a straight single plane, like the top block on this one. And yeah, they're around the 12 English pounds mark, probably heading towards $20-ish, and thereabouts. And I stumbled across this for pretty much the same price. 10 English pounds. It's probably around 12 to 15 bucks American. I'm just guessing here. I'm not sure on the exact exchange rates at the moment. It's all over the place. And I thought, you know what? I can do more with this. This will allow me to have more almost of a milling setup. And so I thought I'd chance it. And you know how it is with Chinese eBay purchases. The pictures of them often make them look tiny, and then when they arrive, they tend to be far smaller than you expected. And so, planning for that, I thought I would, get this, expecting it to be about half the size, despite it being a 4-inch vise. And yet, here it is. This massive amount of, cast material, steel, this cost me just £10, and that to me is crazy that you can get this. Now, it's not amazing, it's not true machinist precision, but then I don't actually have a milling machine. I only have a pillar drill, and so it's about the level of precision I would really be getting anyway. So I thought I would give some of my thoughts on it. These are two magnets that I use to hold something that I'll show you in a bit. Stop it, doggy. They didn't actually come with it. Anyway, stop it. So yeah, overall, it's not too bad. You see I've got these two screws loose here, and there is a reason for that. It's so I can show you something, but the action is fairly smooth. It could do with some lubrication on all points. I'm not super chuffed with this handle. I prefer the ones that have got a sliding bolt going through. But the action on that is certainly smooth enough, bit of wobble on the jaws, but no more than you'd expect. The jaws themselves are screw fitted, so that helps. That means that the jaws are replaceable. I do intend to possibly get some rubber or silicone covers for these, just so I can soft hold things. And overall, the quality isn't bad. It's certainly better than I was expecting for the price, but there are plenty of flaws, which I will go into. So first off, let me just take the top plane off. And there's a very good reason for this that I'll show you. And it's something I wasn't expecting but was hopeful for. And that is that this entire top section can come off and just be used as a regular sort of vise for a pillar drill. Now, it doesn't have slots in it for bolt mounting. It is just it's part of this overall thing. So, however, it absolutely can be used in that context, and that is something that I like. Now, these are nice and smooth to a degree. They're fine, but this comes to one of my criticisms with this, is that these are not. These are very rough. Let me grab the shim here, and you hear that? These are very rough machine. Now, to my mind, these should be perfectly smooth, as should these. Any motion surface should be perfectly smooth, and that's something that I am going to try and correct. Same as down here. You'll see these ones, weirdly, are painted in what appears to be probably a powder coating, which would make sense. It's quick and cheap to do. And the casting in some places, that's another criticism I have of it. The casting in some places is pretty rough. It's quite heavy, but I'll see if I can show you. Yeah, you see there, that's a casting issue there. These themselves aren't clean or smooth. That's a little odd to me. This is what the magnet's for, is I pop that there when I've got this off separate and I have the magnets. Those are adjusted with these screws, which, you know, that to me is fine. There's a lot of motion on the screws. These handles, they're not great. They're just held in with a screw, which I'll show you. I'll pop the screw out. So it's just a screw into a divot system. This does not turn in the handle at all. That has been peened in. And from the look of this, sort of almost rusting here, possibly brazed in as well. But I'm not certain on that. I mean, again, yeah, my expectations were low, so I'm not by any means suggesting these as overall flaws and reasons you shouldn't buy if you're looking for a cheap vice like this, same as I was. They're just things more to be aware of, that, you know, at this price you get the quality level that this price kind of dictates. And you see under here that these are not well machined and clean surfaces. There's a chunk missing from here that has been painted over, so that is, you know, that was during the casting process. You know, look, there's paint down the sides of these jaws where the jaws were left in while it was painted, and then the tops have been roughly filed off. You can feel the filing marks there. So yeah, the whole thing overall, it needs a good oiling. It certainly needs some work done on it. You know, these need to be cleaned off and made smooth. These need to be smoothened off. But overall, for what I want, this has actually granted me a lot more flexibility than I was going to get with the standard vise that would have cost me the same amount, which would have been basically just this part with some clamping eyes. So overall, for my money, I am actually very impressed. These can be found all over eBay. If you just look for, I think they call it a 4-axis vise or cross-plane vise. You should be able to find these really cheaply. I didn't have to wait for this to arrive from China. These are in my country, ready to go. And I would say if you just want a cheap vise for a pillar drill or whatever, and then maybe to have some cross-plane functionality on that, this is ideal. You know, it's that proper home shed level of precision before you go to actually getting a proper milling machine. However, I would say that this probably could be used well enough for the hobbyist mini mills. I wouldn't trust any of the measurement and stuff, but if you're doing a lot of eyeballing of things, you know, or you're just trying to move something smoothly across as you machine it, or take a top surface off or whatever, I would say that this is good enough to start out with. It's perfectly fine as a beginner's level item. You know, what they would call a hobbyist item, although we know that hobbyist can go right the way through enthusiast grade and into full-on aerospace levels of precision in the home shed, if you've got the money and the inclination. And some of the training, of course. But yeah, anyway, so that's my thoughts on this, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.